episode 8, season 4 of No Enemies. Here today we are Friday, March 28th. When you will be watching this, it will be the 29th. That is the next day, which is Saturday. You know, it's a great time for war games. Look at all the channels we have. I mean, there's hundreds of channels. And every channel, let's say a new game comes out, GMT's on Atlantic Chase comes out, Jeremy White's. Jeremy White, right? Yeah. Jerry White, excuse me. And 4 or 5 different channels are reviewing Atlantic Chase. Well, you're lucky. Because 1 reviewer is okay. 2 reviewers is even better. But 5, 6 reviewers, that's what you want. You listen to all of them, consolidate all the information, you got yourself a stable opinion. Know what I'm saying? So it's great. It's a great time for war games. Yeah, the golden ages, or the golden age of war games was in the 70s, but let me tell you, man, we're in the platinum age. The gold day was like, it's like the silver screen days. You know what I'm saying? Look at us now. But anyways, so enjoy the show, and I just want to tell you who I'm going to be interviewing in the near future. Amabel Russell, Marc Rodrigue, Quebecois designer. He did Bayonets and Tomahawk, or Tomahawk and Bayonets. I don't know. I don't have the game. I can't believe I don't have the game. We're going to be talking more about that, and we're going to be talking about the history of battles that happened in Quebec, wars that happened in Quebec, involving the Americans and the British. So it ain't small little wars or little battles, whatever.
Qu'on a pris pour dire je t'aime, c'est le seul qui reste au bout de nos jours. Les vœux que l'on fait, les fleurs que l'on sème, chacun les récolte en soi-même. Au beau jardin du temps qui court, gens du pays, c'est votre tour de vous laisser parler d'amour. Gens du pays, c'est votre tour de vous laisser parler d'amour. Le temps de s'aimer, le jour de le dire, font comme la neige au doigt du printemps. Fait-on de nos joies, fait-on de nos rires, ces yeux où nos regards se mirent. C'est demain que j'avais 20 ans. Gens du pays, c'est votre tour de vous laisser parler d'amour. Gens du pays, c'est votre tour de vous laisser parler d'amour. Le ruisseau des jours aujourd'hui s'arrête et forme un étang où chacun peut voir comme en un miroir l'amour qu'il reflète pour ces cœurs à qui je souhaite le temps de vivre nos espoirs. Gens du pays, c'est votre tour de vous laisser parler d'amour. Gens du pays, c'est votre tour de vous laisser parler d'amour. Gens du pays, c'est votre tour de vous laisser parler d'amour. Gens du pays, c'est votre tour de vous laisser parler d'amour.
I'm gonna try to get Carl Paradzi. Carl, if you're out there, can you just relax for 5 minutes and give me an interview? Huh? Alright. Also nothing. Yeah, oh yeah, Matt Calkins. He has a new game coming out. It's a charioteer game from GMP. He's the designer of Sekigahara. And we are going to be talking about his new game. Now, I have lots of questions for Mr. Calkins. And let's see if he's ready to answer them. Obviously, he's ready to answer them. Hopefully, he's not too busy to join us. So, guys and girls, have a good show. Enjoy the weather wherever you are. And, what, you want to get the new Zero game by DVG? Huh? Use this code, get 25% off. Dad vs. Son continues with Turn 20, A Fortress, Europa, and music by Dan Dooch Pancaldi. Hey man, that's me. And you're asking, what's Steve Jackson live with? Well, he's live with all of this. And it's Stigler on Stigler for details. You're telling me. Number 14 from Great Battles of the American Civil War, a movie tribute. Pax Romana, Rules Overview Part 1 on Counterattack. And Ronnie Tucker, who's off the tour, because I'm sure he plays guitar in a country band, is checking out, in his words, having a quick look at Operation Jubilee from Strategy and Tactics magazine number 265 from 2010. And GIMPY of the GIMPY Gamer asks us if he should sue over defective Sennheiser headphones. Also, come on, buyer beware, and Company of Heroes solo tutorial. GIMPY. Liz Davidson of Beyond Solitaire on Podcast 41 interviews from HOLLANDSPIELE, Amabel Holland. Jan Heineman of Let's Play History looks at modern patrolling operations on a game called Ranger Plus, Fields of Glory 2, and Strategic Command. World War II in Europe. D-Day Dice 2nd Edition review on World War II Solitaire Board Game channel. In the world of 3-minute board game Shelf of Shame, May 2021, this man, who I keep forgetting his name, I swear, is doing a coin game. The Rebellion on Mars, if I'm not mistaken, or the Red Rebellion. It's on GMT anyways, check it out. And John Krantz of Compass Games is live with the broadcast on May 27th, and he welcomes special guest Paul Callow, designer of Roma Victrix. Calandale is off on World Killer and begins Diadochi, Gaza. On Kings and Generals, the Berbers, Ancient Origins of North African Civilization.
Hello everyone, this is Michel Leviathan-Sorbet from the Polish YouTube channel Wojennik TV. As always, here is the roundup of the weekly content that I published on my channel. As usually, I had 4 videos published. The first one on Sunday was the second part of the playthrough of Bayonets and Tomahawks from GMT Games. This is the second part of the playthrough prepared by Igor, one of my colleagues from Wojennik TV, who decided to show how this new game from GMT Games works. On Tuesday, the English video, and it was the review of Type 7. Type 7 is a submarine game recently funded on Kickstarter and which will be released by 3D Art Lab from Germany and by Markus Geiger. This is a game in which we will take control of a Type 7 submarine during World War II. We can play single missions, single scenarios, or the whole campaign, which can take us up to 1946. So we receive even what-if scenarios. A game which is extremely interesting because it is entirely made of wood, which is something quite unique when it comes to war games. On Wednesday, the Polish unboxing, and this time I opened the box of Castle Eater from Danvesen Games. Castle Eater, the strangest battle fought during World War II on the 5th of May 1945, when the troopers from the 17th Panzergrenadier Division SS tried to storm the Eater Castle in Austria, defended by American, French, Austrian and German troops. This is the reason why this is the strangest battle fought during World War II, and the sole situation when American and German soldiers fought alongside against other Germans. Finally, on Friday, the review, and I presented the review of The Boss, a small card game set in the US during the 20s, 30s of the 20th century, in which players compete in order to become the most prestigious and most wealthy gangster. So quite an interesting party game, which I really enjoyed a lot during the last months. And that's it from me. Those were the 4 videos published on Wojennik TV during the last week. I wish you a great weekend, have a good gaming, and see you next time.
And Little Wars TV say that they can do the Battle of Denmark straight for 35 bucks. And the paisan that is Ardi looks, or I should say flips through beyond the mountains of madness and counter-flipping the importance of graphics. Obviously, Ardi, the importance of graphics. And then I'm on the show with Ardi on the wargaming, but you know, like everything you wanted to know about wargaming, but you were afraid to ask, so you know, I'm gonna look dumb for you. And he's unboxing Indian Ocean, South China Seas, Volume 2, Ardi. Wayne Hansen wants to play overview and review Drive on Suez. Also, he recons on 0 Liter, and he wants to play the small airstrip of 0 Liter, like bombing an airstrip, and then he wants to chat Kickstarter to watch. Meaning, which one? Where does he want to spend his money that he's got? You know what I mean? Kickstarter, let's talk, let's spend. Buy big bucks. Mauro Faina unboxes Third Reich. He's also live with Il Gianzero Nero and talks about Normandy 44. And Dr. Cody checks out Atlantic Chase. And on Legends of World War II is an interview with World War II veteran Mr. Hound. He explains how he survived being shot 5 times. And the new enemies here, Grognard of the Year 2020, Jim Ozarski, storming the Citadel. 7 I should say, for Chain of Command. Back to the Table wants to know games they want to play now. FGF. Wise Guy History gives us a report on the 10th of June 1945 on the Atlantic Wall. And Counterproductive Games looks at Samurai Battles, an unboxing, a game published by GMT, designed by Richard Borg. The Hugh Hefner of War Games Worthy Roleplays World War II is unboxing Open Fire, version 3 Flames of War. Combat Board Games is taking a look at Age of Napoleon, 1805 to 1815 by Phalanx. And it's a player's aid in Friday night. They had the Resistance from Flying Pig, and then they're unboxing Mons 1914 from Conflict Simulations Unlimited, and then Alexander is a real rat and he's interviewing Jason Carr, developer at GMT, and they're unboxing Lock and Load Tacticals version 5.1, the player's aid. And war games are alive and well in England. Yes, but in France, because this is Fred Serval, the up-and-coming rookie designer, batting 1,000. Man, Fred Serval, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a video out, le wargame, un support pertinent pour approfondir l'histoire. Conférence Sigue. I'm not making fun of the guy. Anyways, as a war games support, how to learn history through, war games. Fred Serval, ladies and gentlemen. French in England. Who won the war? Hex to hex on what's Hexy got going on? Well, check it out. The 24th of May, which is a couple of days ago. He continues the CWBS, more blind swords, and some island play at WW2. HEX to HEX. And Jason Cruz looking uncannily like the drummer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Chad. Bloody hell does he look like the drummer. Anyways, congratulations and happy birthday there, Honcho. 1,000 subscribers, thank you. No, sir, thank you. War games are all over the world, and in one part of the world, being Italy, there's Riccardo Mazzini with many videos. He's live streaming and checking out the convention. SDHC, obviously, Harold's baby, and una serata con Massimiliano Calimera. So it's an evening with that guy. In Italian. War games in Italy. Alive and well. Seek out and play delights us. Did you get that? Lights? Because I'm freaked out by this guy's lights. But anyways, Seek Out and Play delights us with with Warfighter Modern Expansion number 17, North Korea Adversaries. And Tony of Tony's Board Life is in the Falklands with Mrs. Thatcher's War turns 12 and 14. And while KilRoyWasHere is looking for colleges, check out his video before leaving college. Modern Land Battles, Target Acquire, DVG, and Unboxing. And for your weekend documentary, check out Wars of the World, The Normandy Landings, June 6th, 1944. And on the big board gaming, Kevin checks out Under an Iron Sky.
Hello all! Today Kilroy goes off the shelf, way off the shelf, on Grail games. I'm on a road trip with my family. We're going to go visit colleges for that guy. And it kind of reminded me of, Grail games. And one particular Grail game of my longing and eventually got of Divine Right. Now, Grail games mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people, and they are as unique as we are collectors or gamers. For me, Divine Right was a game that I played, the TSR edition, that I played in high school, and then with a real close friend, and then he went off to the Army, I went to school, to college, and then when he got out of the Army, I was in graduate school, and he ended up attending the same school. And lo and behold, he had that TSR copy of Divine Right, and we would play that till the wee hours of the morning. Probably didn't help his grades very much during that time period. But that's the nostalgic reason. those memories. I wanted to get that game because it brought back the memories and the experiences I had playing that game. For others, Grail games could be games of just high value that are out of print, or that game that you always wanted to play, or that other people say you need to play, but you just can't find because it's either out of print, or it had a limited print run, or it just cost too much at the time that you wanted it. And I've had Grail games that go from nostalgia all the way up to games of I just wanted it for my collection because I've heard a lot of great things about it. So, what are your reasons for Grail games? What game do you have that you really need to get or want to get? For me, Divine Right, I eventually did get a copy of that. I got the reprint edition. It wasn't quite the same as that TSR box, and Divine Right's really not a great game. It's a fantasy war game, and it's an okay game, but it's very much a product of its time, of the 80s. But I wanted it for the memories, memory of those experiences of playing that game with my friend, the many late hours we played that, the stories that we had while we were playing it. And isn't that why we play? We play for the memories, for the experiences. And we play, to explore history. And we play to see the what-ifs. But, Grail games are a reflection of why we play and why we collect. So what's your Grail game? What are you looking for? Have a good one.
Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to Centurions Review, the punk rock band of wargame review institutions. This is Viking Gods from TSR, the Gods vs. Chaos and Deadly Final Conflict. We did a review of it on our website, and this is about the Battle of Ragnarok. It's a really simple war game. It's so simple, in fact, that a 10-year-old could probably read the book and play the game without any difficulty. But there's an advanced game, too, that's slightly more advanced. But it's definitely a good game for beginners, or if you want something that you can play against your kids with. On YouTube, we've done a first look at Target Iran from Modern War Magazine number 10. This is about a hypothetical attack from the United States, a coalition in Israel against Iran. It's a solo game. Looks kind of interesting. And last, we've done a first look at Avalon Hill Air Force. This is a unpunched version of this game. There's not too many unpunched copies of this anymore, but it looks like an interesting World War II air combat game. And the last thing we did on YouTube is Wargame Chat number 12, where we talk about cards and war games. We talk about some of the good things about cards and war games and some of the bad things about cards and war games. It's a really good episode. Check it out. Thanks for watching and have a good evening.
Mo of Mo's Game Table has videos on his after hours of the San Diego HistCon, plus previewing Indian Ocean region South China Seas Volume 2, looks at War Diary issue number 17, and previews Atlanta Campaign, The Death of Dixie from Lock and Load Publishing. And Stephen Dolges celebrates his 4 years of YouTube. Congratulations, Stephen. On Patrick's Tactics and Tutorials, he gives us a multiplayer tactic and tutorial on the long roads to Gettysburg. Also, Pat looks at Hood Strikes North. Scenario number 5. The enemy was badly whipped. Do you say whipped or whipped? Speak amongst yourselves. BLASTPOP gives us his update on BLASTPOP channel update. Bare Bones Wargaming and Manny Cameron his game checks out or unboxes Stalingrad, Solitaire, and some Barbarossa thoughts. Lock and Load Publishing takes a look at the events they had on day 1, 2, and 3 of the San Diego HistCon. Harold Buchanan's baby. Eric Tactics checks out Kitchen Debates, Twilight Struggle, Strategies, How Do You Play the ... Also, Clue board game, It Doesn't Matter For Me, and 1960, The Making of the President, plus Diplomacy board game, Turkey Strategy Guide, and Turkey Strategy Guide with Edie Bessarian, or Bursan. I'm so sorry. God, I hate messing people's name up. That's bad news reporting. And Rough Swordsman's Wargamers on his second playthrough of D-Day at Paleylu from Decision Games. And Kyle Seeley is on a American Civil War trip. And Joel Toppin checks out ancient civilizations of the Middle East. It's a vassal sneak peek. Look to the bottom right. Look to the bottom right. It's Alexander. Bloody hell. And my Canadian compadre Gilbert Collins has a slew of videos across 5 Aprils, an excellent Civil War bundle, and he talks about great camera work on John Ford's westerns, Cradle of the Civil War, Paul Simon from ... and the Battle of Queenstown Heights, or Queenston I should say, October 13th, 1812. And on Memorial Weekend, Dragon Man is giving military museum tours. Sincerely, people, I've never seen a museum like this in my life. And at Harold Buchanan San Diego HISCON GMT designer meeting May 20th to 21st, obviously of the same name, San Diego HISCON, online, check it out, it's there for ya. Another week, another show. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and if it so happens to turn you on, please support this channel. Anyways, thank you for watching. And San Diego Historicon is over. I unfortunately got a painting gig that weekend. I didn't know, it just happened. And guys, life is short, life is beautiful. I'm gonna go smoke my pipe and continue Friday evening into your Saturday morning. Thank you very much. See you next week. Ciao.